Imagine waking up in a world where your future is decided before you are born. A world where a king possesses immense power, where privilege belongs to a few, and where millions struggle simply to survive. For generations, this was life in France. Yet beneath the surface, anger was growing. Bread became expensive. Taxes increased. The gap between wealth and poverty widened. And ordinary people began asking dangerous questions. Why should a king rule by birth? Why should privilege belong to a small elite? Why should millions suffer while a few live in luxury? Those questions would ignite one of the most dramatic events in human history. An event that would destroy an ancient system, transform a nation, and inspire revolutions around the globe. This was the French Revolution. In the late 18th century, France was one of Europe's most powerful kingdoms. Its culture influenced the continent. Its population was among the largest in Europe. Its military was respected. Its royal court dazzled the world. Yet appearances concealed serious problems. French society was divided into three estates. The first estate consisted of the clergy. The second estate included the nobility. The third estate contained almost everyone else: farmers, workers, merchants, professionals. The vast majority of the population belonged to this third group. Yet political influence remained limited. Economic burdens often fell disproportionately upon them. Resentment grew, and pressure continued building beneath the surface. Few places symbolized royal power more than Versailles. Its halls glittered with gold. Its gardens stretched beyond the horizon. Its ceremonies displayed immense wealth. Visitors often viewed it with awe. Yet while luxury flourished inside the palace, many ordinary citizens struggled outside its gates. Stories of hardship spread. Food shortages increased. Economic anxiety intensified. Versailles became more than a palace. It became a symbol of inequality. And symbols can be powerful. France faced growing financial difficulties. Wars had proven expensive. Government debt expanded. Economic instability increased. Poor harvests worsened conditions. Food prices rose. Bread became increasingly difficult to afford. For many families, bread was not a luxury. It was survival. As frustration spread through cities and villages, confidence in existing institutions weakened. The kingdom approached a breaking point, and history was about to accelerate. In 1789, King Louis XVI summoned the Estates General. It had not met for generations. Many hoped reforms would solve France's problems. Instead, the meeting exposed deep divisions. Questions of representation became central. Who truly spoke for the nation? Who possessed legitimate authority? Debates intensified. Expectations rose. Compromise became increasingly difficult. A political crisis evolved into a revolutionary one. One of the revolution's defining moments occurred inside an indoor tennis court. Representatives of the Third Estate gathered together. They made a remarkable promise. They would not separate until France possessed a constitution. The pledge symbolized determination, the belief that political authority should reflect the people, and the conviction that change was possible. The revolution was no longer merely an idea. It had become a movement. On July 14, 1789, Paris exploded into action. Crowds moved through the city. Tension filled the streets. Their destination was the Bastille, a fortress prison that symbolized royal authority. The Bastille contained relatively few prisoners. Its importance was symbolic, and symbols often matter more than numbers. The fortress fell. News spread rapidly. Across France, people realized something extraordinary. The old order could be challenged. The revolution had truly begun. Soon after, revolutionary leaders introduced ideas that would influence history. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen. It proclaimed principles of liberty, equality before the law, national sovereignty, individual rights. Its language inspired generations. Many of its concepts continue influencing political systems today. The revolution was becoming more than a French event. It was becoming a global conversation about freedom. Events became increasingly dramatic. Political divisions deepened. Trust eroded. Radical voices gained influence. Eventually, the monarchy collapsed. The king who once embodied royal authority lost power. The political landscape transformed completely. France entered unknown territory. A republic emerged where a kingdom had once stood. History rarely changes gradually. Sometimes it changes all at once. The revolution entered its most controversial phase. Fear spread. Political conflict intensified. Accusations multiplied. Many individuals faced arrest. Executions increased. The guillotine became one of the revolution's most recognizable symbols. Supporters believed extraordinary measures protected the revolution. Critics viewed events differently. The period remains debated by historians, yet its impact on French society was undeniable. Revolution had unleashed forces difficult to control. Amid uncertainty, a young military officer began attracting attention. His name was Napoleon Bonaparte. His rise would reshape Europe and eventually much of the world. Although the revolution transformed France, its story was not ending. A new chapter was beginning. One that would carry revolutionary ideas far beyond French borders. The French Revolution remains one of history's most powerful reminders that ideas can change nations, that systems once considered permanent can disappear, that ordinary people can influence extraordinary events. Its legacy is complex. Its consequences were immense. Its lessons continue to be debated. Yet one truth remains undeniable. The French Revolution changed the course of history, and in doing so, helped shape the modern world itself. Even today, the echoes of the French Revolution remain visible. In constitutions, in elections, in debates about rights and citizenship, in the belief that governments derive legitimacy from the people they govern. More than 2 centuries later, its questions still matter. Questions about power, freedom, equality, justice. Because the French Revolution was never only about France. It was about humanity's search for a better future. And that search continues.